Okay, everybody, welcome back. Well, we just finished adjusted winner. Let's take a look at sealed bids. Okay, sealed bids is great because I can use more than two people in sealed bids. The bad thing about sealed bids is you gotta have a lot of money. If you don't have a lot of money, you're not gonna win the bids more than likely, and you're also not going to get a lot of money from the other heirs on the inheritance. So you got to have a lot of money up front to be able to, if you won all the bids, to be able to pay for all the bids. But okay, first things first, let's find out who won what. So we see that here we have Emily, Shay, Joshua, and Jenny. So the house goes to Shay, the motorcycle goes to Emily, and the car goes to Jenny. Now Joshua here, he doesn't get anything, but he's going to get a lot. He's going to get a pretty significant amount of money back from folks. So the first thing we need to do is add these numbers up along the columns, and you end up with 160, 175.5, 166, and 166.5. Okay? We divide those numbers by 4 because that's the number of bidders there are, and that gives us 40, 43,875, 41.5, and 41,625. What those are the perceived fair share. Emily perceives that her fair share of all of this is 40 grand. Shay believes it to be 43,875. Joshua believes 41,500, and then 41,625 is what Jenny perceives as her fair share. So we go through. We're going to use these numbers here very soon. So we go through. Okay, who the winnings? So we start with Emily. Emily gets the bike at 15,000, but she felt that 40 grand was her fair share, so she still owed at least 25,000. That's why the negative is there. Shay, she got the house. She felt that 43,875 was her fair share, and so she ends up, she gets her fair share back. So she bought a house she felt was worth 125, and she spent 125. And the math is right, but apparently I wrote a 5 down here instead of a 0. So sorry about that. But you can, double check that. 125,000 minus 43,875. See, I just apparently wrote something down incorrectly. So it happens from time to time. I do that. Anywho, Joshua, he gets nothing, but he feels as though 41,500 is his fair share, so he's owed at least 41,500. And Jenny gets the car at 48,000. She felt 41,625 was her fair share, so she ends up having to pay $6,300 for a $48,000 car. Not too bad. Not too bad if you can, Then what we're going to do is we're going to take these numbers and we're going to add them up. When we take those numbers, we add them up, we're going to end up with 21,000. Divided by 4, get 5,250. That is the surplus. That surplus gets divided by 4 and divvied up equally among all the heirs. So everybody's going to get an additional $5,250 back. So we take these numbers here, as well as their winnings, and we come up with their final allocation. So for Emily, she gets the bike. She gets $25,000 plus an additional $5,250. So she gets the bike plus $30,250. Shay gets the house. So she got the house. Originally was going to be $81,125, but she got an additional $5,050 back. So she actually got the house and only paid $75,875. Now for me, I might try to spruce the house back up again. I know it has sentimental value, but you spruce the house up, especially in a job market the way it is, or the housing market the way it is, I apologize. She could probably turn around and sell the house for 150, maybe 160, 175, especially in the Raleigh area, and she would recoup all of that money, and so that I think Shay in the long run would probably make out the best. Up front, the very short-term winner, I think, was Joshua. He got 41,500 and an additional 5,250. So Joshua ended up with cash of $46,750. Like I said, that's good for right up front, but real estate's an investment. You can never really seem to go wrong with real estate. So long term, I think Shay. Short term, I think Joshua. Motorcycle and car, they depreciate. The moment you buy it, it wasn't worth $48,000. It was a lot more when they bought the car. They felt that it's worth $48,000. By the time they buy it, it's probably worth less than that now. But anyway, Jenny, she bought that car for $48,000. She ended up paying $6,300, $6,375. She got $5,250 of it back. So she got a car and only paid $1,100 for it. All in all, not too bad. And that's really all for sealed bids. I hope this was helpful. Take time to go back and look at it. Feel free to pause it and look at any of the numbers to see if they make sense. I've got to go do lunch duty. You heard the bell. Have a great one.